If you're currently using AI in your business or thinking about it, there's one mistake I want to help you avoid now, because it's a very easy mistake to make. And on the surface, it can look like efficiency. But in reality, it slowly removes the thing that actually makes your business work. And that's when AI stops, or when AI starts replacing conversations. Now, I understand the temptations. You see the tools that promise automated DMs, automated replies, automated nurturing, automated follow-ups, automated sale conversions. And when you're already busy, that sounds like the perfect solution. You think, great, I'll just automate this part and clients will come in while I focus on everything else. But there's something subtle that happens when conversations become automated. Sure, the words are still there, but the connection disappears. And business is built on connection. Because when someone first interacts with you, especially from a cold audience, they're not just reading what you say, they're feeling how you say it. They're noticing the tone. They're noticing the pacing. They're noticing whether it feels scripted. And they're noticing whether you actually understand them. Those things don't come from automation. They come from human presence. This is something I'm seeing repeatedly over the last few years. The conversations that convert best are never the most polished, never the most structured. They're human. They're thoughtful. They're calm. They're responsive. They feel natural. And that's exactly the approach behind my Conversations into Clients guide, which has generated over £150,000 in sales from cold conversations. Not automated ones, human ones. Which tells us something really important. People don't buy because the message was efficient. They buy because the interaction felt safe. And this is where automation needs to be used so carefully, because automation is incredibly powerful, but only when it supports the relationship, not replaces it. For example, the exhausting part of conversations isn't usually the conversation itself. It's everything that fits around it. Finding the right people, knowing where to look, filtering who's a good fit, remembering who you've spoken to, staying consistent, managing follow-ups. That's the heavy operational layer. And that's exactly where AI can work and support you beautifully. AI can quietly handle the background work, so when you do show up, you're not drained, you're not rushed, and you're not forcing anything. You're not treating your conversations like a task, you're just talking. And that's when conversations start converting naturally, because the pressure is gone, it's been removed. And this is also why I built the lead generation assistant in a very specific way. It doesn't automate your conversations for you, it supports them. It identifies the right people, reduces the amount of searching, and it removes the guesswork. But the conversation itself, that stays human. And that's the balance that creates calmer businesses, because you're not trying to remove yourself from the process, you're removing the invisible workload around it. And I think this is particularly important for women running businesses, because relationships are often the heartbeat of your business and your strongest asset. Understanding nuance, reading the tone, responding thoughtfully, creating safety. Those things don't scale through automation, they scale through presence. But presence becomes much easier when you're not carrying everything else. So if you're currently exploring automation, I'd really suggest using this filter. If this interaction builds trust, keep it human. If this task creates pressure, automate it for sure. That one shift stops you from automating the wrong thing and helps you build a business that actually feels lighter to run. Because the goal of AI is not and never will be to remove you. It's to support you so the best parts of your business become easier. And in most businesses, the best part, that's you and your human conversations. Now, if you're trying to build calmer systems in your business without losing the human side, then I've put together below something that will help you get started. And if this topic resonates, well, I've got a full series of calm AI systems for business, and you can watch the next video in that series coming up in just a moment.